Hey, how's it going out there? Rich Ramirez coming to you from Pismo Beach, California, located on the Central Coast in between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Now it's about depending on how fast you drive, it's about 4 hours either direction. um, anyway, I just want to go ahead and get this video out to you. It's day 4 of our 100-day video challenge with the Internet Lifestyle Network. And today I want to talk to you about courage. And it takes courage to step out of our comfort zone and to do something different. Okay. What I found in a book today from Jeff Olson, and in here, how he defines courage, well, not so much defining it, but this is what he says. Sometimes getting onto the path to success and staying on it requires faith in the process, especially at the start. That makes you a pioneer. Pioneers don't know what's out there, but out there they go anyway. That's why being a pioneer takes such courage. Courage means to have a purpose and to have a heart. Now, definitely, these pioneers were stepping out of their comfort zone and doing something that they had no clue whether or not if they were going to succeed or if they were going to fail. But they knew that deep down within them, they wanted to do something different. Now, who knows when the whole motivational speaker platform came into play, but some of the pioneers for that particular profession are people such as Paul J. Meyer, Charles Tremendous Jones, Earl Schoaf, I believe, who was Jim Rohn's mentor. And then, of course, we have there's one other person on the tip of my tongue, and I can't seem to remember his name. But I think you get the drift. It took courage for them to start looking into this new area of personal development. Back then, of course, you had cassette tapes that they sold, and you would listen to the cassette tapes, and that's how you got your motivation per se, right? Or that's how you get your courage, because you were able to hear somebody else go through some of the same struggles. Now, of course, today we don't have cassette tapes, but we have audio format, and of course we have video. So it takes courage to do something different, and it looking into courage, it also led me to this particular verse in the Bible, which is 2 Samuel 10:12. Be of good courage, and let us be courageous for our people. Now, for our people, when you look into your business, who are we doing this for? Are we doing this for us, or are we doing it for the family, or are we doing this for the community? I know one of my ultimate goals is to have a recovery home for young adults, and basically a teenagers. There's so many teens out there that are having problems with drugs and alcohol, and often they're kicked out of their homes and they live on the streets. And sure, there's a few other rehabs maybe, but there really isn't anything for teens here in my area. I think the closest teen recovery home is in Tarzana, which is somewhere in Los Angeles County, I believe. And going through my own struggles of recovery, I've been able to see what we don't have here locally. And I know when I got started, for me, trust is a big issue. And I see these kids who come in and they're intimidated because a lot of these rooms are filled with older people. So how can, a 16-year-old, 18-year-old, maybe even a 20-year-old relate to somebody that's old enough to be their father, old enough to be their grandfather? And I know that's why sometimes there's young people's meetings that were developed so that, the younger crowd could meet with one another. But even in our area, we don't really have a teen program. And so that's become one of my goals. So I guess you can say that I'm a pioneer. Now that only is going to come true if I stay the course and tap into the other resources and the people that God decides to give me in this process. But being courageous, it also means not giving up. Regardless of how many trials that are given to us, being in this business doesn't mean that it's any easier. It takes a lot of time. And sometimes you don't know whether or not anything you're doing is helping anybody. But when you learn the right skills and you surround yourself with a support group, people who have been on this journey and who know what it takes to brand yourself and to get yourself known, then all of a sudden things change. So give yourself time. I know a lot of people, and I think I've decided that some of the people I want to talk to are people that are 30 and over, because we're the ones with all the baggage. We tend to hold on to things a lot longer, and we tend to think that nobody's going to listen to us, and how can my story help somebody else? But, your story can help somebody else. You just got to get out of your own way. Forget what other people are going to think about you. Quit worrying about whether or not you're going to do everything right when you first start. We were all new at one point in time. But it took that first step of courage to step into something new. Okay? Your future self is still waiting to meet you. But as long as you keep looking at that rearview mirror, you're never going to meet him or her. So, as I always like to close my broadcast, if you will, do what you love with passion. Give yourself grace for the mistakes that you've made. And remember to continuously grow at least 1% than the day before. Now, if you want to find out more information about the Internet Lifestyle Network, go ahead and come back over to my blog. I'll leave the link here underneath the video, and go ahead and fill out the form and ask for your name, email, and phone number. And of course, the phone number is just optional. You don't need to fill that out. But go ahead and give us a test drive. We'll give you a 24-hour free preview of what the community is about, and you'll get to see the type of support that you get. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And this is a community that really will take the time to help you. There's no financial gain for the help. So you can also go ahead and find me on Facebook. Let's connect. I want to get to know you. Because I can't help you unless I know where you're at. So, until next time, have a great day.